Hey folks, Mr. Justin here with Secret Weapon Miniatures and another 2-minute tutorial for you. This time I'm looking at a second way to do broken glass, another way to do broken glass. The last time I did this, we looked at how to do it with crushed glass and realistic water to create the gel effect that you have here. And it works just fine. Today what we're going to do is look at how to do it with real glass. Well, I guess technically the crushed glass is real glass, but in this case, glass sheet. What I have are some slide covers. Now slide covers, you can do this with actual slides too. Those are obviously larger and thicker because the slide cover, I mean, you can see this is just as thin as can be. It works very well at scale. Even for, in fact, I have two of them here. Look at that. So even with that, you can see just how thin these things are. I mean, we're talking less than a millimeter, fraction of a millimeter, eensy beensy, very thin actual glass. I'm going to remove my gel window here. And what you'll see is, although this is a little large for this, it gives us an idea. So what I am going to do is actually take my piece of glass, a paper towel, and I am going to carefully position it right here in the crease. Let's get a little shine on it there. And close it so that I can keep track of it. You can still feel it in here even though it's really thin. The other thing I have, and you can use a lot of different tools to do this, but the ones that I use most often are an embosser and a probe. So I will find it with my embosser, and you just press. You'll hear it crack. And I can come back and check on it, see what those pieces look like. And you can see some of the shatter thanks to the light. I'm going to shuffle the light around for you a bit. There we go. There it is. So that is my pile of broken glass pieces. The way this works is I am going to, again, use the water effects from Woodland Scenics to glue from the back of the window. And you can see on this guy that I also came back later with some pigments. And you just find the small pieces that work. And in this case, you can see I've got them on the windowsill there. What would be the windowsill? Back here, if I can get the light to cooperate. Behind the window, or rather behind the burned log there. Important to make sure you have some extra glass sitting around whenever you're trying to do broken pieces. But then, because these are tiny, tiny glass shards, they're very, very sharp. So of course, you don't want to handle them directly if you can help it. So I will find a piece that I like for this window, something with a flat edge, handling it very, very carefully. Come to the back of my window, and I would add my realistic water. In fact, I would go ahead and do that for you on this one, so you can actually see it in action. I've got my piece of glass right here. I'm going to sit it right there by the window so I can find it a little easier. I'm actually going to put a little bit of water effects right there on the pad. Get one of my not so fresh, not so beloved brushes, and I am going to actually paint that on into the corner because I don't need much, and this way I have some control. I can clean it up, I can add a little extra, I can take some away. This will dry gloss, but very, very clear, and it's easy to wipe away the excess with a paper towel, and that's what I'll wind up doing. So I've got my little piece of glass. I'm being very careful because I don't want to break it any further. I am going to change the way I'm handling it so that I can get it into that corner. Again, I'm using this corner right in here so that it fits neatly. And you can do this with something like plastic from blister packs. You can actually get sheets of clear plastic card, which I also keep here by the desk. And that is really the same technique, so I could just cut it out from the plastic. The challenge I have with the plastic is that it's a lot harder to make it look realistic. Of course, if you're putting broken glass into buildings that you're going to be gaming with, plastic's probably a better option. But for display pieces, the actual broken glass is going to fit in nicely. It has a very nice, very realistic look, and it gets those nice sharp edges, there it is, that you'd expect from broken glass. So you can see part of the broken pane down there. And of course, if I was putting this onto a display base, I could actually take some crushed glass, or I can take some more of these little tiny pieces, even break them up further, add it around the window, inside or outside, depending on what the story is that I'm trying to tell. And it's really that simple. It looks good, it fits easily, it fits nicely. If you're using a commercial brand of windows, they're almost always pane in the back so that there's room to add plastic or glass or whatever it is you're going to do for window panes. And that's it. That's another way to do broken glass. Any questions? It's Mr. Justin at secretweaponminiatures.com, or find us on Facebook at Secret Weapon Miniatures. And of course, if there's something you'd like to see covered, leave a comment, let me know, get in touch. I'll see what I can do. Thanks so much for watching. Happy hobbying.